So, I have a very exciting video for you today. That's why I literally slept late last night, because I wanted to get this ready, because I run into information that I just couldn't believe my eyes. And it is unreal how I even got to that information. And I dig deeper into that information, and I couldn't believe how 1:1:1:1 is fitting with everything I said about the civil revolution is coming. It is coming, and I give you a literal historical proof. I gave you twice date-wise historical proof. Now I will give you a person you can actually see the entire how it is played or has been played in the history is identical with what is going on and what I have been saying all along. I am so excited. I slept really late because I wanted to get this out there, put this in there. I had a total different plan for this Sunday live, but I had to adjust a lot of things, so I am proving it to you today. But before we get started, I want to show to you, really, this is a video of several sections. And before we get started, so I really stay tuned, because at the end we will talk about Mahatma Gandhi, who is my hero. And I don't know if you know that, but I pretty much don't have heroes or heroines, because the heroes and heroines that I was really praising for really long, because I rarely have heroes and heroines in my eyes, but the ones that I met really proven to be horrendous human beings. So I can make another video about that. But Mahatma Gandhi, obviously I will not have a chance to meet him, but I always was, he was always so close to my heart. And when I read this, I was like, I can't believe that my hero literally is literally there to prove my point that I've made all along. I'm just out of my mind. And so let's get into this. So stay tuned until the end of the video, because I will prove everything I said by giving example of Mahatma Gandhi, okay? But before we get started, I want to, and that's why I'm a little bit late here, because I want to adjust that, because I want to show you the offer that I am having right now. And I wanted to promote this since the last week, the entire last week, and I kept delaying the deadline of the coupon code. But I was so busy, and we will get to that, why I've been so busy. This week, I could barely breathe. I was just running on treadmill, and I will explain to exactly why. And again, everything I said literally is happening in my life. So if you want to adjust to this, to your life, and see whatever I say happens to you as well, then this is exactly the proof. So what I was offering, and I'm still offering, and if you haven't visited already, visit my website, draigunshine.com, because I am really diving into a full-blown direction that I've been really working on in the background for 2 years now. Now it's finally happening, and that's why, if you follow me sometime, I have 2 programs, right? The Scientist Total Health Transformation Protocol and the Fearless Achiever 2.0 programs. So these are one-on-one programs, one-on-one coaching with me, and really they are both personalized based on your own situation, own life. And but I will be discontinuing this because I will not have the time to work one-on-one. So I will create different programs that also allow me to be able to use my time, because I will be really diving deep into neurohypersensitivity, which I've been working on for the last 3 years, and the Scientist Total Health Transformation Protocol, as well as the Fearless Achiever 2.0 programs. They were actually all created based on the neurohypersensitivity, but because that part wasn't ready, so I already pushed out these 2 programs, and I already help people through these programs. And when you visit my website, which that the pages are right there, drigenstein.com/fearlessachiever. Oh, actually, I made a mistake over there. Oh my God. It's, let me change that very quick. It's drigenstein.com/total health protocol. See, I just literally worked on this morning. Hold on. Let me change this very quick. Oh my God. Okay. Let me change this because I want you to have the correct information. So in any case, I am offering this in a huge discount, 60% off, because I literally want you to take advantage of that. When you visit my website, you can see the testimonials, how I actually help people and why is this been so helpful. And again, these are not 90 days like everyone does. I am so confident, and I'm telling you, this is a 4-week program, and this is also because I want you to be having the, let me see, total health protocol. Okay, so let's download this because I want you to really have the certainty that you can, once we diving deeper into your specific situation, because these are all personalized, and through the personalization you will be able to get accountability from me, and we will follow it. And I will tell you, you will even see the first day the transformation already. So 4 weeks is kind of still a lot. So I could even put it down into 1 week, but I want to make sure the reasons was 4 weeks is because I give you the time to adjust, because it will be your total transformation. Not only your health, but also your life. I'd say if you want to create a new job, if you want to create a new business, if you want to switch to a brand new life and lifestyle, brand new relationship, brand new career path, whatever it is, we are adjusting this to you specifically based on your life and your personality. And that's how I am so confident in the first days, literally, you will see the transformation already. So 4 weeks is the plan, and I will give you whopping 60% off. This is like $3,000 off, and the coupon code, it's Total Health as well as Fearless, and you can apply it. Visit my website. Actually, I'll just upload it here right now. Hold on 1 second. The correct information. Okay. All right, let's do this. Yes, this is the correct information. Just upload this very quick. Okay, so this is the correct information. Total Health Protocol and Fearless Achiever, right? If you go to my website, use these coupon codes and find more information on each pages, also the testimonials, and you can see how I'm helping people from left and right? And so powerfully so. And if you know me by now from all my videos that I'm doing, it is already helpful, the videos. But if your specific situation is something about that many people don't understand, and even in your health situation, if you have and whatever conditions you have, I can help you with that. See all the conditions that I'm helping with, it's all on my website. And this is based on your physical, mental, and emotional health, all combined. And the medical system is not helping you because they're focused on one thing and one thing only, whatever the protocol says in the medical system. But for me, because I had to help myself, I developed the protocol based on my own research and my own background for myself and help myself. And I helped through this protocol even elderlies and get their life back in check, and they're now happy and healthy, and it's working because I know it's working. Okay, so this is a 4-week program. The only reason it's 4 weeks, not 90 days, not 6 months, like no need for that, really. I don't understand how, because 90 days is just too much for me. The protocols are so powerful. When you work with me, you will see the first session. You will see it. So, and the 4-week is because we need to I create a plan for you, and every week has a certain structure, certain plan you have to follow, and at the end you will see the total transformation you will achieve. Okay, this is based either for your life, mentally, emotionally, physically, but also if it's your career switch, if it's a new job, if it's a new business, if it's a new relationship, whatever your 2.0 version is, your next chapter is, I help you to get there successfully. And I have a huge testimonials for someone who is a young person who wanted to create his own business, and you can see his testimonials on my website there. Okay, so check it out. That was my offer, and the offer goes only until and extended for you because this week I couldn't promote it as I wanted because, again, I will get to that, why I was so swamped with everything. I could barely breathe. So I decided, and that's why I was this morning trying to change the coupon code for the final time, because every time I kept delaying the coupon, extended the coupon because it was unfair in my mind to just make it expire so that you don't have a chance to even look at it. And I found it unfair. So this morning I changed final time, the coupon code, until the 7th at 11:59 p.m. The 7th is tomorrow night until 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. It will expire. So I would suggest you have 2 full days, today and tomorrow, to look at it. And if you have questions, let me know. We can look over it, and then I explain to you further if you have any questions, and then book it, because this is the final time. That's why I this morning, because it's a lot of work to extend the coupon, because I have to delete everything. I have to create the coupon again. I have to issue the coupon again. So it's a lot of work, and I just don't have the time for that. So if you want to hop in. The deadline is for the coupon expiring is tomorrow, Monday, the 7th, until 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So you have full 2 days to look at it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Okay. So now I want to tell you, and this is the base bottom line first. We are easing into Mahatma Gandhi, okay? So hang tight because this is what I wanted to explain to you what happened this week and how everything, as I said, is fitting with my life. And this is the proof, okay? And so we are easing into Mahatma Gandhi, so stay tuned, okay? So, just give me 1 second because I want to adjust to this one more thing. Hold on, I forgot to take it. Okay. All right. So as I said to you, on the 29th, I had my UN speech, right? I gave 2 speeches. I was invited to give 2 speeches at the United Nations and WHO for a cancer organization. So before that, I was like super busy, right? Super busy to prepare that, was really working late nights to get to that. I was really tight with the time and to get 2 presentations and in a high quality. So it took me a lot of efforts to prepare for that right before that, because we were talking about how because the sun had literally moved into Aries, right? Few days before the 29. The 29 was a Wednesday, and so from Friday, so from a few days before, we already had entered into Aries season. And me, I am an Aries ascendant, okay? And I am a Scorpio. So for Aries ascendant, it's my first house, correct? Literally right here. If you can see my beautiful chart here, it's my first house when you have the Aries as an ascendant. And then from the Scorpio side, where's Scorpio? Right here. Okay, from the Scorpio side, it is what in my Scorpio is right here. It's in my 6th house. And 6th house is health and work and day-to-day habits and the work-life balance, right? So, and because of this, I was so busy, really like non-stop working, really adjust to research and put all the data together, what have you. And I created the slides. And because there was a huge time difference, because they are in Switzerland and it is worldwide, so I had to send the information beforehand, so the slides and everything. So I had to really run with it, chasing the time. So the sun was already in Aries at that time, meaning that it really started to like getting busy for me, okay? And then the day of the UN speech, we had the sun, the moon, and the Mercury in Aries. And I gave these speeches like, and everybody, yeah, you know? And so that was Mercury also in Aries, right? So giving the leadership, the talk, and turning the leadership into the talk with my speeches. Then we had Venus in Pisces, which is my 12th house, and from Scorpio side, it is from my 5th house. And Neptune was in Pisces. The next day, on the 30th, on Thursday, Neptune moved into Aries. And guess what, guys? The entire week, I was running, and I told you in my Sunday lives that I will be experiencing a lot of and I said in my videos that, and even it came out for Scorpio, like the busyness will be so, and as I said, I have to be careful the life work balance to adjust because I knew, I said it before. I said it my Sunday lives before that I have to be careful because if I will be so busy for the next 14 years and the next 3 years with Saturn moving now later in the month, I mean in the year, mid-year, May, into Aries. So there will be a lot of Aries, and we will talk about the chart in a second. Will be a lot of Aries coming in, right, for the next 3 years and then 14 years of Aries. And I said that I have to be careful the work-life balance because I will be so busy. And guess what, guys? This week, I could barely breathe from the hectic and busyness, like non-stop, like on the treadmill. And I had meetings, I had like the partnerships that we are doing, and I had a presentation, a booth, etc., and this programs and everything I had to do for work was so much that I could barely breathe. Okay. I had on Thursday a meeting, and I had to go and present our organization, and then the next day I had a grant application deadline which I had to work days before to to submit on Friday, like 2 days ago, okay, on Friday. So I was like, and then on Friday, because I worked really hard to get the application in before the deadline, I was able to really easily submit the application. Even though it was 5 p.m. on Friday, I was able to submit it at 1 p.m. So then the rest of the day was like, smooth, really calm and relaxed. Why? I tell you exactly why. Because on Friday was for the April 4th, and look at what's happening. Sun in Aries, Moon in Cancer, Mercury in Pisces, Venus back in Pisces. Mercury and Venus, they're all retrograde, already have retrograded back into Pisces back again, and Neptune is in Aries. And me as a water sign, that's why the moon was so in my, really from the Aries side, from bottom of my chart, home, family, relax, inner home, and Mercury in Pisces and Venus in Pisces. It's all about then Venus and Mercury all in Pisces from the Scorpio is my what? 5th house, creativity. And I was literally so relaxed on Friday after at 1 p.m. guys, not last minute. 1 p.m. I was able to submit that grant, and the rest of the day I was like calm, like as if literally as a switch, the whole week of this craziness with all the Aries energy, all my 6th house like a treadmill, was suddenly like relieved. And that's why, and guess what? Wait, there is more. On Friday evening into Saturday, on Friday evening, late Friday night, I was like, listen, and I had these cups here, these coffee cups. I love them. They're so sweet. They're so cute, beautiful to drink. I wanted to change the other side because there's a terrible logo here that I wanted to cover with some artwork, okay? And I was delaying this for 10 days or so. I was literally there on the counter. I'm like, oh my God. I never had the willingness or energy or time to even get to that, okay? Out of nowhere, on Friday night, I was like, I want to paint these. On Friday night, I started to paint these cups. Look at them. These cups on the other side, and look at this. And I painted them, and even further on Saturday morning, I was like, I want to do more. And guess what I did? Look at this. I cannot make this stuff up. I absolutely love how this turned out to be. There's some sparkles in there. Tell me in the comments if you like this. I love how this turned out. This was white and had a logo on it. And I absolutely love the quality of this. It's a very great quality porcelain. The brand is very a known brand for its porcelain. And so it had a logo on it. It was completely white with a black logo, black red, which I was like, I love to drink on this, but I was like, okay, I want to cover this logo too after these beauties here. And I decided this, and then I added these beautiful paintings over there, and I cannot believe how this turned out. Look at this. It's just unreal. And then, wait, there's more. I was literally in my creative juices, like brain was like, and I was like, okay, that's not enough. I want to do more. And then I took this tiny coffee cup, Turkish coffee or espresso, whatever you want to call it, and I made this design here. Look at this. This turned out to be so and I even was drinking on this yesterday. I was like, oh my, I couldn't wait this to be finished. I absolutely, so the reason why I'm telling you all of this is because look at this. The chart is divided like with Pisces now. It moved back into Mercury, and Venus has moved into back to Pisces, and the moon was in Cancer, like all the water sign, but also all my creative juices, like Venus, right? Venus in my fifth house and Mercury my fifth, like the expression of love with my creativity was literally like on point, like on the date point. I cannot make this stuff up. I cannot wait. It was 10 days delayed to make these happen. And then I couldn't stop it. I had to I want to do this, I want to do that. And then this turned out to be unreal beautiful. Like, I'm just so in awe with this. It's just so beautiful. Oh my God. And then it was so much fun to create the colors, like the colors, the match, how I matched the colors together, and the colors I love, absolutely love these colors together, and with everything gold, I love gold. And so it was surreal. That's why I want to show that to you. So the current chart, this is actually literally I think the fifth or the fourth. That was the chart here, the fourth or fifth. It's similar now. I think we are now moved into on the Saturday, the moon moved into Leo, and then moving to Virgo, and because it goes back into, we will have next week the full moon in in Libra. So it goes on like that. So on the 4th, the moon was in Cancer, right? Water sign. On Saturday, the moon was in Leo. Now it's moving to Virgo and then into Libra, and then we will have a full moon in Libra next week. But You see the chart, how it is literally the accumulation of the 12th house and the first house with Aries and Pisces there, right? So that you can see what we have here. The sun is in Aries. Now we have Neptune in Aries. When we have sun, moon, what do we have there? And Chiron, sorry, Chiron is still in Aries, of course. And then we have the Saturn is in Pisces still. It's moved in May into Aries. You're still up there with a degree. Then we have the North Node is in Pisces. Then we have Mercury is in Pisces. Venus is back in Pisces. Mercury and Venus are back in retrograde into Pisces. They're now moving station direct and moving forward back again into Aries. So again, a lot of busyness, a lot of presentation, a lot of talk. I can expect that. Hopefully you guys sign up to my programs and then I will be busy again, which is like really, really great. So I'm expecting when Venus and Mercury moves back into Aries, we'll be like again, a lot of talks, a lot of doing things, and I expect that definitely. And then there's a nice trine with Jupiter currently in Gemini. If you have Gemini and Aries, there was a nice trine there, trine reaching a very auspicious activities over there, and Mars is in Cancer. There are some squares going on there, but really the times, and I will tell you exactly why I believe. Let me see if it's in here. No, this is the Civil Revolution, but as here I want to tell you why do I believe. And maybe let's move to this. Why do I believe? Let me tell you this. The current situation with the economy, it's literally, I will prove it to you. When we talk about Mahatma Gandhi. Actually, let's move that to Mahatma Gandhi. The current economical situation, I will tell you exactly when we talk about Mahatma Gandhi, why the current economical situation, it is how it is right now. Literally identical, literally. So now let's move to the Joyce here. The Joyce is that I mentioned to you twice now that the civil revolution is coming. These are the blackboard that I had for my two videos, Neptune in Aries video, and before that I had civil revolution is coming video. Watch these two videos because these two videos are the historical events that I told you. It's actually 1-to-1 happening right now. As you said there in the corner, right bottom corner, you see World War I, then the revolution, American Revolution and the American Civil War all happened on this time of Uranus in Gemini. Uranus in Gemini. We will talk about this with Mahatma Gandhi as well, okay? So Uranus in Gemini, that's why I told you, even before then, the war, that like with the situation going on with Iran, what have you, I talked about this also in the what's going on in Turkey right now as well, there as well with Iran. So the times is the identical times, not now, right now. We are not there yet. We are heading into it. Not there yet, but we are getting into that. And I told you exactly why, because from July 7th, 2025 until May 22nd, 2033 will be the time when we have 8 years of Uranus in Gemini, which was identical again with World War One, American Revolution, as well as the American Civil Revolution, okay? That is all at the time happened when Uranus was in Gemini. So we are heading into that, okay? And I will tell you, hang on tight when we talk about Mahatma Gandhi, why the economic situation right now is how it is. It was not only, as I kept saying it in all my videos, plus you will have the proof with Mahatma Gandhi as well, okay? So we are in the time of, I really hope that's not going to be World War III, because I believe it will not be the World War III, but it will be a civil revolution, unreal civil revolution. So this is happening right now in the world. I'll tell you exactly why, also with Mahatma Gandhi slide there. This is currently happening for 11 days in Turkey, which is the upraise. And I kept telling you in all my videos that I said, and I keep saying it, I said it for the last, since 2023, before then even, I kept saying that the world will be saved by Gen Z. I kept saying that. I kept saying that since that girl from Sweden, I don't know, the environmental activist, I forgot her name, when she was there, like 2021, 2020, 2019, something along those lines, I kept saying since then that the Gen Z will be the saving the world. The millennials, I'm sorry to say, but I knew, you know, that I am very bold in my opinions, also talk about my opinions, and also I'm very bold about millennials, because the millennials are the ones, I have multiple videos about that, were the ones who screwed up the world, because right now the people on power are the millennials. These are the ones who have the most narcissism and most egomaniacness, and these are the people who are born in the late 80s and the early 90s and until the 2000s, right? So the 90s, the generation of the 80s and 90s, those are the millennials, and these are now 30 something years old, and these are the leaders. You will see. And why do I say that? They are now in academia. They are these assistant professors. They are and they are these young biotech, whatever, biopharma, whatever, founders and CEOs, and they are, it's unreal, the egomaniacness, the narcissism, the smashing, bulldozering it, and you cannot tell anything to them. No criticism, no nothing. It's just surreal, and that's going on for the last, I would say, that I was really aware of it was 2017. Okay, since then I was really openly talking about this, that the leadership are now with these millennials, and they are absolutely narcissistic, pathological narcissistic, and egocentric and egomaniac, and very, and that's why you can see a lot of unreal, surreal murder cases with all these young families members and people like cutting heads off of, and really bizarre, like non-stop crazy people who are doing crazy murder cases. It's surreal. And those are all the millennials. And I kept saying since then that the Gen Z will save the world. And guess what? Who knew? Who knew in Turkey, where everyone, like the protesters, and these are all students, the Gen Z is now in university age, and they're all in, and these are students. These are students. If you watch the news and follow that, they are all on the streets. They're out of universities and they're demonstrating 11 days straight. And now in Turkey, who knew? Because politics is very strong in Turkey. So they are literally the left, the right, the center is all combined and running against the 20 years of power of the president. And that's why, and the demonstrators are being jailed. The news stations, they are getting fines, like surreal fines, like 250,000 liras, which is the history never seen before. It is unreal, but the Turkish people are united, left and right and center, and students and all ages, elderlies, all on the streets, 11 days straight. Now in Boston here, you can see yesterday on Saturday, on April 5th, there were 1,100 demonstration in the United States against the current administration. That it is a rally of hands-off protest, hands-off rally, hands-off Social Security, hands-off Medicaid, hands-off the power grab, hands-off my private data, hands-off my most sensitive data, hands-off, yes, hands-off. This picture over there is in Boston. I've never seen anything like this. This is everyone united. And these also are including MAGA people, because they are understood they're now screwed. The economy is tanking. The United States administration, Trump administration, literally caused a whopping $5 trillion smashing of the economy out of in a second. And the senators in the United States from the Democratic side are actually doing a rally in the Senate for 25 hours to make sure that once the market are opening on Monday, that will be not too late. So they have the power in the Congress to stop the market from tanking, to stop that executive orders, because the Congress has the power. And that's why the Democratic senators are doing a 25-hour rally in the Senate before the market is opening on Monday morning, because once it's open on the Monday morning, it's too late. And so they can still reverse it. And they need a handful of Republican senators. And guess what? They're already speaking up. Ron Paul is, for a lot of things, I mean, there's a lot of things that I agree with Ron Paul. I'm sorry to say, but he's right with what he says, because it's BS what he's doing, right? So he speaks up, and the Linda Mikowski in Alaska, and then the Maine senator, and also one who was else there. Mitch McConnell, like who knew? They are all raising up, and they're open up about it. And when they're also following like some other senators together, because these four senators are core, really old gen of, right? Old gen of the politicians, so they know exactly how dangerous territories we are running into. And hopefully more senators will be joining so that before the market is opening, that can be reversed. But why we are here, I found again and again and again a proof to you. And let's move to Mahatma Gandhi. I mean, I have such a hard connection with Mahatma Gandhi always. And if you have been on my Facebook, like, I don't use Facebook since 2019, but before then my handle was, because I was literally living by the world. If you want to make it change the world, if you want to see the world changing, it starts with you, right? So what was his famous? Oh my God, I just literally blacked out right now. Be the change you want to see in the world. That's literally how I live my life, based on this, because this is so important and I'm not just as an adult, since my childhood, since my age of 12, when I started to become an activist, right? I started to become activist, this started for me as an anti-smoke activist. And so that is, I literally, because of my neurohypersensitivity, it turned into literally into activism, because again, as I keep saying, I had to save my own life, my entire life. And so in the time of my 12 years old, I was active as an activist, and then it turned into, with my college as a biologist, into environmental activism. And so because I am in love with ecology, and so I'm a biologist, so of course, right? And so I'm living with the rules of biology. So for biology is not just an education for me, it's my life, understanding of life and how I live life. It's my path in life, okay? And so that's why when I, in my 12 years of age or so, there was a word, a saying in one of my books in the class that we had to write an essay about, was, don't do to other people what you don't want to have happen to yourself. And so that was my bottom line of life, to living, because for me, I have to do things and live by the principles that I don't want other people do this to me. If I don't want people to be doing nasty stuff to me, I shouldn't do nasty stuff to others. If I don't want people to yell at me, I shouldn't yell at other people. If you want to, this is how you live in an honorable life, okay? Because my entire life I lived by that principle. If you don't want anything to happen to you, you also should be not doing this to other people. If, for example, I am very much bothered by my neurohypersensitivity with noise, with smell, with these and that, right, with the environmental factors, that's why I always use headphones, because I don't want to, bother neighbors or other people, because I get bothered by it. So I use headphones so that and that's also legally put you in a good position, because then you say, excuse me, I don't even do it. Why do you do it to me? That also helped me also a lot legally, because then it puts me in a situation that no one can even touch you. It's not like this spiritual woo-woo people think, a white wall, imagine. No, my white wall, my block is legally, if you live by the principles of this wisdom and life, then you have covered your behind, right, that you sit on by legal challenges or by other environmental challenges or by people, what have you, because I am so confident living my life that no one can tell me, but Argun, you did this. there's no example, because I don't do that, because I live by the principles. And as a Scorpio, and I'm very much the fixed sign, I live by principles, okay? And I don't give up on my principles. And I encourage everyone to do so. So I can be rigid sometimes, but it helps me not only in the rule of law on the land, but also rule of law in the heavens. And that's my protection. I don't need this imagine a white wall. I don't need imagine white wall. I live by the principles to create the white wall around me. In any case, so with Mahatma Gandhi, so I literally, and we get to that because we were talking about the energies for this upcoming week, and you will see what came out there. And that's how I was literally thinking, how do I even got to this? Like, what? Why? Because I was literally researching on something else, and about Socrates, which we will talk in a second about this, Socrates and a sage and the inspire. I don't even know how I run into Mahatma Gandhi. It's because I was researching about Socrates, okay? And then I was like, wait, what? And it was already 12 a.m. And I was like, no, but I want to sleep early. So I dive deeper in. I created the slide here. Listen, this is what's happening and what happened. When Mahatma Gandhi, he lived on the 1869 until 1948 when he was assassinated, and we will get to that. So if you don't know Mahatma Gandhi, and I don't understand how you would not know Mahatma Gandhi, be the change you want to see in the world. That's Mahatma Gandhi's quote, and I live by it, okay? He was known for the leadership of the campaign for Indians' independence from the British rule, non-violent resistance. Then, does it ring a bell? So he was literally the key leader for the India's independence from the British. You cannot make this stuff up, okay? So let's see the timeline of the... Oh, there are two people watching, so okay, great. Hi, who's ever here? Let me see who's here. Hi guys, how are you? Say hi on the chat, and actually like the video. I see no likes here. Like the video, guys. You're here. I saw you watching because I'm following who is watching, but like this video, okay? Since you're here, you need to like the video, okay? So, okay. So Uranus was in Taurus from the June 6, 1934 until 7th of August 1941. And there was, since the 800s, even before then, the 1600s, there was a salt tax. And that, I cannot believe that this was literally in my childhood. My dad told us a fairy tale, and that was about salt. And for me at that time, of course, living in Germany, like a good life in Germany, I couldn't, all the German sweets, right? This is how I grew up, but I couldn't believe, like, the story was so, like, it was the importance, the bottom line of the fairy tale was the importance of salt. And I was like, at that time as a kid, I was like, what? And I was really like 3-4 years old. I was just, didn't make sense to me at all. Like, why would salt be so important? Literally last night, I love history, guys. I am in love with history. And my dad, he's not a history professor, but he could have been, because he knows everything about history, world history. If you need any question, if you have any questions, history, ask my dad. He knows everything about history, okay? So when I will, after this video, I will call my dad and will tell him about the salt tax, because apparently the British put a salt tax on salt and also wouldn't allow India to be able to sell and collect and sell salt. So it was unreal valuable salt at that time. And so the British in the 1600s and the 1800s put a severe salt tax. Not only that, in 1930, Mahatma Gandhi was the initiating and leading the march, the Salt March. You cannot make this stuff up, guys. The Salt March, which was against the taxes being put on salt. And even before then, in the 1800s, there was a big march. I'm telling you, the 1800s, right? The 1800s. There was in Moscow. In Moscow had also, the Russians had also a march for salt taxes that was also it's also been known in history. So it was a worldwide thing. Guys, you cannot make this stuff up. It was a worldwide thing to march against the gigantic, horrendous salt tax that has been put by the British, okay? So, now, what do we know? What do we know? It is, we had since, and we are still the final stretch of Uranus in Taurus for the last 8 years, which has included the pandemic. Okay, as you can see over here, Uranus in Taurus for the last 8 years, and Uranus will be out of Taurus going into Gemini when all the uprisings coming in July onwards. So until July, this is the final stretch of the economy, and that's why we had the pandemic. That's why we had all the economic uprise, like all the upside down, inside out with the pandemic slashing like worldwide. And this is again a final worldwide turmoil on the economy with all the taxes. Like, guys, I cannot make this stuff up. The taxes, okay? So the taxes are all happening because of the final stretch of Uranus in Taurus, which is the money house, okay? Now, that's why it's rising up, the people rising up, and then we are into Gemini, Uranus in Gemini for 8 years until 2033, where then because Gemini is communication, the people will talking, raising up their voices, and it's building. And as I said right there, the Uranus in Gemini is the times where you see in the bottom right corner is World War I, the American Revolution and separation from the British, as well as the American Civil Revolution. And this is exactly the times when Uranus in Gemini was finally, going back, because Uranus will be back and forth. So it was Uranus was in Taurus in 34 and 41, and then Uranus entered into Gemini briefly, and that will happen by the end of the year, because in the end of the year we will have On the 7th of July, Uranus move into Gemini until the end of the year, and then it will be right there until 11th of 7th of November this year. So this period from July until November will be into Gemini and will be a preview what's coming for the next 8 years. That is a preview. Then from November until April 2026, and that's exactly what I said, that video, it will not be until next year, mid next year, when the civil revolution will be full blown going in. This is a preview from July. We are entering, we are building up. This is what we are seeing right now. This is just the beginning. Guys, I'm telling you, mark my words, this is the beginning. This, if you see this is crazy, 1,100, like 1,100 demonstrations across the United States on Saturday in Turkey, the entire country united, led by Gen Zs, by students from universities, already more than 1,500 in jail. Media get all the fines, like surreal fines in the history of the country. All the voices are one. If you, this goes on since 11 days now straight. And if you and the opposition leader is in jail, and the 30-year bachelor degrees have been revoked so that the person cannot apply for presidency. These are surreal times. And if you think this is crazy, I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. Mark my words. This is the beginning, because from July until November this year, it will be moving into Gemini. So until July, we still see this craziness of the economical market. Craziness. And people, because as you follow the news, they will say you will see the effects later, not right away, because up until July we see the groceries, the oil, the gas, the electricity, the living, the house prices, rents, medications, cars, transportation, everything will be skyrocketing, okay? And that is when the world, after July into November, the world will be off the scale, okay? And then from that time onwards, when then the top leaders will say, oh, we cannot, this is, whoa, we cannot really help but do something, because people are raising their voices, and there will be really like crazy stuff going on. Then when Uranus moves back into Taurus from November until April next year, that's when they are trying to adjust back the economy. And because of the voices of the people, why? Because we are already in the Pluto in Aquarius. We, the people that I've been talking about for 2 years, like since 2013, 2023 now, that the Pluto in Aquarius is we, the people. So the people will win. If you are afraid that the governments will do their own shit, no. That's what they're thinking. That's why on left and right that Trump and Elon Musk are thinking, we can do it, we haven't done it before, we can do it now again. But what they don't know, what you guys know because you're on my channel, is it won't happen. They are literally shooting themselves in their own foot, because we are not in Pluto and Capricorn times. If we were there, they would have succeeded. They will not succeed because it's Pluto in Aquarius time. We, the people. That's why you see more and more senators and politicians say the word, as I said it, we the people, right? They keep using that word because it is we the people time. So that's why I know that Elon Musk and Trump will not succeed. And the people who think they can do power grab. That's why. Have you seen anything like this? Have you seen anything like this for the last 15 years? Have you seen it? No, you haven't. Because it didn't happen. Why? Because we had Pluto and Capricorn. It was the power to the top, power to the governments, power to the most powerful. That's why the most powerful became most powerful. Amazon, Facebook, they smashed the entire, Elon Musk, they smashed the large corporation, eat up all the small businesses, and they become bigger and bigger and bigger and richer. No more, my friend, no more, because we moved to Pluto and Aquarius. We the people. This is the proof. This is what I've been saying all along, 4 years. Watch my videos. That's why when people asking me, why you do these live videos, and so here it is, because my videos are for me historical documentary. Because you go back and watch all my videos, you will see that what I practice what I preach. I kept saying this and kept saying that, and everything is a documented truth coming out of my mouth, which you can see on all my videos, because I've said it and I say it again. Mark my words, this is just the beginning, because we will going into Gemini, Uranus in Gemini from, again, July in November, and that's when things go out of scale, the people uniting, and then people raises voices, communication, everything will be off the scale. Then people, they will try to block communication, as they're doing now. They're trying to build communication. The VPNs are already shaky, and in Turkey they had blocked WhatsApp, so we had a hard time communications with Turkey. I don't use WhatsApp, I never did. And also the signal gate, right? It's all the communication going haywire. It will be off the scale. So go into your secure. I use Signal since 2019. I have been preaching to my friends and family to use Signal. They haven't listened to me. Most of my friends I lost contact with because they just didn't want to, or didn't, I don't know why, they didn't download Signal. And I stopped using WhatsApp since 2019, and I have been preaching about Signal. And because many of the people didn't switch to, I lost contact with many of my people, many of my friends and family, what have you, but I don't care. So if you are lazy enough to download it, then screw you. Whatever. But now with the Signal gate, look at what's happening, right? So I was right again. And it turned out, yeah, as I said it's the most secure one, right? From all. And so even with all the communication stuff, maybe even more communication because of the uprise, because of the Signal gate, there maybe probably will be more deep dive into creating apps that are absolutely secure, even further secure, but more than Signal. Perhaps there will be more of those coming up. And again, all this communication like WhatsApp, whatever, it's all will be gone already. For me, guys, I cannot make this stuff up. I actually cannot make this stuff up, because this week my Instagram, literally, actually the week it will be a week now. My Instagram app crashed. And I have my Instagram app like for I don't know how long, okay? My Instagram app crashed, and I have multiple Instagrams for my businesses, my own personal Instagram that I'm posting my stuff here on YouTube over there, and also my, this other know your hypersensitivity and responsible AI, what have you, but which I was about to start with that, right? And I have our cancer organization's Instagram. So it crashed and I couldn't get it back. I'm telling you guys, mark my words, listen to my voice and listen to what's actually happening to me, okay? I am the living proof of what's going on. I am the living proof of it, okay? It's that's why I keep saying follow nature, follow nature. My Instagram app crashed and I couldn't get it back. And I researched it like, what on earth is this? It gave an error and was like, flip, gone, right? And so I've never seen anything like this. And I tried to research what's going on. I've never seen anything that was matching anything at all. And then I had to delete the app completely. And once I wanted to download it, I knew already what they're collecting, right? Like, and that's why I was so against using Facebook. WhatsApp, WhatsApp, no way in hell, because they are listening to your communication, to your messages. It's already known. It's out there. It's research, and it's already in the news that they are doing it, right? Facebook is listening through your messages on Facebook. It's like for years it's been in the news. I knew it already because I knew it, and it was already done. Later on came out in the news. And so I don't use Facebook, I don't use WhatsApp, of course, but the only thing I was using, I didn't also use for years Instagram. I wasn't using it at all since 2019 also. But then within a year, last year, I started to use again because I wanted to just have a brand new, the channel moving into also with more updates there. So I updated my Instagram, if you could see it. It's still there, but I can't use it with an app. So I wanted to download it. And guess what, guys? And I will make a video about this. The amount, and I know that billions that people have downloaded it, that app, have no clue what information they're actually spying on you. And the extent to which, that's why I rarely download apps. I always check, even for our organization, I always check on the security and the data privacy, always, and what that app collects. If that app collects everything you possibly, have in your life, there's a no-go. I always go by the apps that has not only end-to-end encryption, of course, but the data they're collecting is not anything more than 2-3 points that is actually absolutely necessary. Let's say your email address and your name and whatever. But if they're going down into your pictures and that, your contacts, then there's an absolute no-go, because nothing to do with anything. And so you need to use your brains, and that's what I'm teaching in the responsible AI program. Go to my website, you can read it there, because it's absolutely critical to understand when you use AI, use your brain. And that's everything about this is coming up with Uranus and Gemini as well. And I will create my course of responsible AI. I also will be doing a lot more corporations going there, giving talks, and also set up their responsible AI, ethical AI platform, because it is absolutely critical and will be much more critical right now as well. So coming back to Mahatma Gandhi, so what he did was in 2000, and he was multiple times in jail, multiple times. He's a lawyer and he knows exactly what he's talking about, what he's doing, and he was multiple times in jail. He actually moved out to South Africa, and he there was doing a lot of initiating all the activism, the silence activism against the British Empire to India. And he was also doing a lot of, he was known for fasting, right? He was fasting to as a silence protest against the British Empire, also the salt tax and everything, the suppression of the British Empire to India. Okay, so in 1942, and then he went back to India and he started with the demonstrations. And for 1942, he called for the British to quit India. So he created back in India the protests, okay? And then guess what? In 1947, look at how long. 5 years. 5 years he was protesting against and raise up his voice. 5 years. I'm telling you, this is not just this. I'm telling you, Uranus in Gemini is 8 years. And I told you, this is not it. Next year, starting from next year, that's what I said in this video. I said that. Starting from next year, mid next year, starting for the next several years until, in my opinion, until 2022, 2032. So I said on next year to 2022 it will be 5-6 years. 5-6 years. I said it in that video. I said it, 5 to 6 years until, and guess what? 5 years. You cannot make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. You see it right here. My proof. This is history. It is history. 5 years of resistance against the British, and independence of India was achieved in 1948. And then what happened at the end of Uranus in Gemini? Look at the date. August 30th, 1948 was the end of this Uranus in Gemini, and he was assassinated 7 months, right? 7 months, not even a year, right at the end of Uranus in Gemini, he was assassinated. Guys, you cannot make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. This is my documentary video. Mark my words. With that being said, so far, if you like this and found this helpful, give a like so that everyone can see this video, and this can be a guide for the people worldwide so that we understand what times we are living in and what's coming. And this is coming. Watch also, as I said, this video as well as this video, because I am telling you exactly what to expect. And right here in this video, Neptune in Aries is a 165-year cycle back again. We have never seen anything like this in our lifetime. A brand new Neptune in Aries generation will be born, and they will be the leaders. The Gen Z will shake up everything, the construction, and the leaders of Neptune in Aries generation will build up the world again as leaders for the next 14 years. Mark my words. So with that being said, let's move to, I don't know, it's like a total jump. I know, understand, but hear me out. This time I'm not using my empowerment, my core empowerment cards, and I will tell you exactly why. If you still don't believe me, let me tell you first what happened, okay? So, and if you're here, I want to see, give me a like. See, you're watching, so give me a like, okay? I saw you're watching for an hour now, so you need to give a like, and otherwise it's not nice, okay? So the reason what happened, why I'm not using this time, is because when I look at someone's cards, I have a conversation. It's not like when these people like, oh, let me look into your cards. No, it's like I have a conversation with someone, and then suddenly I feel I have to look this person's cards. And I say immediately, excuse me, can I just look into your cards, please? I just feel I need to look into your cards. And they're like, okay. So this happened to my dad, okay? Sometimes when we have a conversation, I feel like, okay, that moment, I have to look into his cards. So I shuffled this, and then cards came out, one rune card, and then at the bottom of the deck was one of my core cards. One of my rune cards and my core cards. Then I told him what came out, and he was like, okay, and that was days ago. Yesterday, I had a conversation with him, and then I had these cards, my success affirmation cards in my hand, and I was shuffling, right? Like as I was talking. And then I was like, and I said something. And he's like, because my dad and I were always like laughing and joking, and we always have fun because my dad is an Aries, and he's like the definition of Aries, okay? And so, he was like, who says that, right? And I said, here, my card says that, and I did this. I never do this. I never do it like this. And I said, here, my cards say this, and let me do this. And I was doing that. And I just picked a card, and I was like, okay, this is this card, whatever. And I looked at it. My success affirmations wording was identical with the rune card and the core affirmation card. I was like, what? I was out of my mind blown away, and I couldn't believe it. I said, do you know what just happened? I just randomly, she was doing this, and the card that came out was identical with the wording. If you follow me, my card's wording and the numbers are like out of this world matching. It was word for word matching, not only with the rune card, but with the core affirmation card. And I was like, whoa, wait. My mind was so gone. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe it. And I said, listen, I think you don't understand what's just happened here. Let me just show you the cards that came out to you before, because then I remember which card they were. So I wanted to pull this out, okay? And I was using after that these cards because I'm using them daily. I use these cards daily for me, okay? And then I don't know why, because I wanted to look through this and finding the card, okay? And I don't know why I did this, the first card. And that was the card that came out for my dad. And then I was like, what is happening? And then I was like turning this around, and this card, the bottom was the bottom card of his bottom card. So I don't know what is happening because I was using this daily. And this card with these two was, I just don't know. That's why, to show it to you as a proof, I didn't touch this today. For the first time, I'm not going to use this. But if this wasn't enough, I realized I haven't used my gratitude affirmations and my archetypes. And I was like, while I was cleaning up, I was like, wait a minute, I haven't used this. So this time I want to use again, because I have been using this last year every time. So I was like, okay, I want to use this time gratitude affirmations and my archetypes again for this week. And then you will see the archetype that came out led me to Mahatma Gandhi. Guys, I'm telling you, I cannot make this stuff up. If you still don't follow me, I don't know what else to say, okay? So, I still don't see likes here. If you are here and just give a like, I appreciate it, because I know you're watching for 3 hours, like for an hour now, more than an hour, and you still don't give a like, and that's kind of odd. Okay, so whatever. So everyone has their own heart. Okay, so I leave it up to you and the heavens and the law of the heavens and the law of this land and the law of the heavens. If you don't want to be on the right side of the road, it's on you. Okay, it's on you. So my videos will be watched, so because I'm writing history here, so you decide on which side of the road you will be on. Okay, so let's move into this. Is crazy what just came out. Okay, this came out for this upcoming week. So you will focus on the top 3 is the 8 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Empress. Do you see how gradually it's going up and up and up? Because as I said right here, the planet will be next, because I said the moon was on Saturday, on Friday, was in Cancer. That's how I'll go back and watch what I said there, what happened to me. And then on Saturday, moon was moving into Leo, then it moved into Virgo, and then it moved into Libra, where we then have a full moon in Libra, okay? And so you see how the planets are moving. And I said here, go back and watch it, that Mercury and Venus were retrograde already into Pisces, right? You see on the 4th was already moved into Pisces back again. Now it will be moving forward again into Aries, okay? And guess what? You can totally see, I cannot make this stuff up with these cards. So this restriction, and then the Fire Queen, and then the Empress is on top of that. Like full blown into Libra Venus energy, but also the Aries, power of Aries with the Queen of Wands and fire. Fire is Aries, ruled by Mars. So we are going from the restriction of Pisces, because Pisces rules the 12th house, right? Pisces rules the 12th house. It's the one sign before Aries where everything is happening, right? Where all the Pisces energies over here, right? and then it moves into, everything moves back into Aries. And so the restriction of the mind, when we want to do something, we want to do, but we are mentally blocked because it is not the we want to do something but we can't because the energies are still in Pisces in the beginning of the week. Then it moves into Aries, and that's when the stuff happens. The fire queen is we jump from literally a person who's blindfolded, restricted. Actually, I want to show this to you here. Hold on. I have the cards. Why do I not show it to you? Okay, hold on. Yeah. So we literally going from this, the person, red robe. Did I just, like, I cannot make this stuff. I just said it. Moving from the red robe. I want fire. I want to go. I want to go, but I can't. I feel all the mental restrictions, blindfolded, bounded. I can walk free, but I can't. Do you see the water? Pisces, water, right? I want to go. I have all the fire, but I can't because the 12th house. Then, my friend, boom, the Queen of Wands. Look at the spring. This is the spring card. Look at the orange. Look at the spring. We are just, and we're jumping from this to become a queen in the middle of the week. Like, we are going. We have a lot of action, a lot of work, a lot of stuff. We are like go mode. For me, as I said, go back to what I said before. For me, as an Aries ascendant and then Scorpio, it's 6th house, go. For me, again. And then, my friend, we jump from this at the end of the week to what? We are jumping, I will close this because they do this women naked and I don't understand why. So this is the ultimate. Okay, I cut the deck here and I saw the Ace of Cups. Look at this. So we will be in our absolute Venusian energy, attracting like a magnets people to us, right? In a love sense, also like work sense, because because we are looking, what we are coming from this restricted into the queen, and then the major arcana, the ultimate women, like the ultimate women power, the ultimate Mother Earth, the ultimate feminine energy, that we are just like in our beauty, in our Venusian energy and the production. So we were going production full force. We are giving birth to new things with the newfound energy, full blown into Aries. Like we are diving into Aries with Mercury and with Venus going in more and more towards the end of the week towards Aries. Like I cannot make this stuff up. I actually can. You see like the gradual up, scale up, scale up, scale up. So when you can see first down, when I try to clarify what this is about at the beginning of the week, it is, look at this. Look at also the gray on the side, right? The gray, look at how gray, look at the swords, like sharp swords, and then the judgment. So look at this. This is, when I try to clarify, what is this restriction? So this is literally say, and this is the key, the trick, because right after this comes the judgment. This means rebirth. And from the rebirth, we are going into Queen of Wands, and then the wish fulfillment, and then upgrading into the major arcana. because this is the key. The rebirth will happening only if we rest. Pisces energy, the mental, it's the mental health, which is rule 12 house, Pisces, calming our mind. Sword is all mind, our thoughts, calming it down, put everything on paper, make all the plan, which I literally was planning to do last night and this week, but I couldn't. Why? Because we are still that in that energy. But I, after this live stream, I will be doing all the planning, all the structure, all the studying, that I will be full blown into going into this, because I already had planned it yesterday that I'm doing all this, but I couldn't do it because I was preparing for this video. So the point here is to rest our mind, because right before is the Three of Swords piercing our heart. We have to get rid of all of the restricting beliefs, all of our past hurts, everything past, everything that was restricting us need to go. And we can only do that when we rest our mind. This warrior, the soldier, came from war, is sleeping and resting, and put the swords on the wall, and one is behind him or underneath him or next to him, and resting the swords, resting the heartbreak, resting the mind. And then, my friend, this will happen. The horn will be blown by this gigantic angel, giving us the rebirth we have been waiting for. We will raise from the ashes. We will raise like the dead people raising from their grave up, because the angel blew the horn, a gigantic angel with a gigantic wing upon us, and let us raise from the ashes. You see the gray here? That's how we are jump into, with the major arcana here, into the entire success, the gold, bold, beautiful, colorful colors. Like, I cannot make this stuff up. But the key here is what? This card here. The key is this card. Without planning, without resting, without getting rid of the past hurts, past blockages, past shooting ourselves in our own foot stuff, all gone. Write down paper, put all your brain, journal, right, with my Inner Royalty journals. You can get them on Amazon. The links are in the description. And write down everything, make plans, to-do lists, what have you. Bring all your thoughts down, because look at this. Did I say down? For 8 of Swords, 4 of Swords. 50-50. Down. I cannot make this stuff up, guys. 8 of Swords down 50-50 to 4 of Swords. Literally, by writing down your thoughts, 50% gone. I cannot make this stuff up. And then the rest of the, after resting, the next 50% is gone. 100% is gone, because we will be 100% reawaking from the ashes. In our new version as what? As the Queen of Wands. Look at the bright colors, the background, bright sky. Spring is coming. Our spring is coming mid next week, when the entire energies are moving into Aries. This is a literally spring card with the Fire Queen. And guess what? This will lead us to the wish fulfillment. Look at the bright yellow. Colors are absolutely key in tarot. That's why I like to use the classic Rider-Waite tarot, because I don't like this absolute made up BS cards, because they losing the point of tarot. And so this is so critical. Look at the color bright yellow and look at all the cups, 9 cups. This person, the red fire is this time on his brain. As the leader, we are entering more and more into Aries leadership. Now it's not on the clothing, it's not action, it's now leading with the brain. And so that, my friend, we will have midweek achieved 9 cards jumping. We are jumping scales, guys. Jumping scales. It's not, when I cut the deck, what did you say? Oh my God. I had Ace of Cups. Now I cut the deck. We have 3 of Cups. Look at this. 1, 3, 9. Didn't I say we jump scales? Like this is like another off the scale Sunday life, guys. The 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. All of this person achieved 9 of the heart, soul, whatever satisfies us, and sitting in front of it so proud that we have achieved it. How? Because the blue, with our mind, with our action, with our mind. And then we jump the scale into the queen, the empress. The empress is the Mother Earth, and together, when I clarified, it came together with the Hierophant. Look at this, the 2 major arcana back to back. We are jumping from the lower level to the, like, step by step upgrading. This is full-blown Aries and Libra, full moon, the Venusian energy, and there's a Hierophant. We will be seen as the leader, as the wise man, the wise women, that people come to us. Hopefully I can recruit you to my one-on-one coaching, and you will feel like, oh my God, my life has been saved. So take advantage, go back to the beginning of the video, get the coupon codes, okay? And this is only until tomorrow night. And so, and here it is together with the 6 of Cups. Now we are looking back. Our past, not as this horrendous heartbreak and I'm suffering and I shoot myself in the own leg and I am like this and that and horrendous and heartbroken, into I love my past. And now we are looking at the past with nostalgia, with warm heart, because we are feeling all this warm energy inside of us. We are because we are past this. We are past this. We are now seeing fondly, looking back fondly to our childhood memories, to the past, what we have achieved, and how everything happened for a reason that brought us there where we are here today. Unreal, guys, unreal. And then on the bottom, look at this, guys. We have the Page of Wands. The page, also look at all the fire, the orange energy. It's all in the Aries energy, this gentle small move into, because the bottom is the Page of Wands, then it goes to Knight of Wands, then it goes to Queen of Wands, okay? And this is the messenger of a fiery news that brings us the fire, the passion. With this news, we are going from this reawaken with this fiery news. We will be reawakening with this fiery news that kicks off everything, that helps us getting out of this stuck energy and make us like regroup, replan, journal, and then start fresh, and this will be a jump into it. And when I clarified it, it was the Ace of Wands from the hand of God. Look at all the fire, all the wands, right? Wands, wands, wands. This is all Aryan energy as we move further into it. The hand of God gives us the fashion, the passionate new beginning, a passionate new project, new excitement of joy of life, joy of project, because you see that wand is already sprouting with a lot of, as it's springtime, with all the new projects, new ideas, new thought, new beginnings from left and right. Then further clarification, I asked what this is new beginnings are about. Guess what came out? The Queen of Cups this time. Do you see? This will lead into like literally, and this combo came to me personally for the entire last week over and over and over and over again. These combo, this two, Ace of Wands with Queen of Cups, and the exact identical cards, because as you can see I have two cards together combined. These two cards identical came together for me over and over and over again, and it came here again. And as you'll know, everything I say here is identical with my own life, and I have like, I don't know how many proofs I have now, hundreds, right? And so this is like the opening of the heart. And then when I further clarified, it was with the Queen of Pentacles. Like, guys, I cannot make this stuff up. The only queen here is missing is the Queen of Swords. But we are not going into the Queen of Swords because we are ruling by our heart. We are ruling by our, which leads into money, which leads also our fire energy. So everything is led by our heart, by our solid actions, and also with our inner passion. So we are leading by heart. This can also be the new beginnings can be started, also initiated by two women coming into our lives that can help us. Maybe one of them is me, right? I am the Queen of Cups, right? As a Scorpio, I'm a Queen of Cups. So, and as an Aries ascendant, I'm a Queen of Wands as well. So hope there might be one or two women coming into, but they are not just someone. They are the queen. Like they're great in what they're doing. They are great in their heart. They are great in their soul. They are great with they are like business women. They are good in money, like monetary support, whatever it is. They are here to kick us in and give us the passion, the excitement into our new life. And guess what, guys? The second time, this is the only two cards repeating, which I'm so glad we get it. Twice wish fulfillment. Twice. We got the Nine of Cups twice. Wish fulfillment. This is the original wish fulfillment card. We got it in the middle of the week, but everything will be set up with this incredible news that comes in, okay? And this is, you can see this Nine of Cups, people gathering together, and there's this big ladybug here. We are happy and wish fulfilled this week. Guys, surreal, and I cannot make this stuff up, okay? So now I will using, as I missed using this, I have no idea why I haven't used them for so long. And these are my, and they're almost done. These are my prototypes done. So we have on the left side, you see my gratitude affirmations. These are all my own words, right? Like my success affirmations, these are my own words. Number 33, right? I am here. I am truly grateful for the life I'm living. Every second of it is a gift, and I know how to cherish it forever. I am valued. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up because literally this card, I wrote it last night before doing anything. I wrote this out of the sun after I was cleaning my desk. I wrote this and this came out. And did you see all the cards that comes out here? Like we are going from Queen to the Empress with twice wish fulfillment, and this card came out. Again, number 33. Didn't I say the Empress is number 3, okay? And the 9, 9, 9, right? And I said the Ace of Cups came out, 3 of Cups came out, and 9 of Cups. So the 3 and the 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 times 3 is 9. So the 3, 3, 3s are so important. I'm truly grateful for the life I'm living. Every second of it is a gift, and I know how to cherish it forever. I'm valued. I valued that we are the Empress. Like, I cannot make this stuff up. The end. And we are the Hierophant, that people, the wise person that people come to us at the end of the week, okay? And then on the bottom, we had number 7. I am grateful for all my pets and all the animals I was able to give my love to. They fulfilled my heart. I fulfilled theirs. I am touched. This card is by far the most gentle card I have in the entire card. And this literally relates to this. This is our heart are so full of love this week. When we got this passionate, fiery energy that comes in with that news, our heart will be so warmed up and all the cups are overflowingly fulfilled twice, okay? And that is by really going deep into our heart, our core, our beautiful heart energy, okay? So now, you're watching, like, I swear to God, please like this video. Guys, you're watching me for 2 hours now. Hey, give a like here. This is crazy. What are you doing? People watching me for 2 hours, hey, and I still haven't seen a like here. What's going on? Let me see. This is crazy. Okay. Anyway, so now for my archetypes. Yep, right here. From archetypes, guess what came out? This number 2, the sage, Socrates. The sage is the person, literally, didn't I say it? The Hierophant. We are so gaining the wisdom that we're finally achieving the stage of sage as Socrates. Okay? We are becoming this Hierophant, the sage that people go to because of our wisdom. Now, on the bottom of the deck, that's exactly why, look at this, number 11, the Inspirer, Mahatma Gandhi. I cannot make this stuff up, guys. And this is how, after I researched the sage, then in the sage, I don't even know how I got to Mahatma Gandhi, because I'm just seeing now that Mahatma Gandhi came out. I was searching for sage, okay, and to really look into sage and Socrates. And so this is literally what came out, Mahatma Gandhi and the Inspire. So we are literally becoming this week, by the end of this week, with all the upgrades, with ruling by our heart, this Hierophant, Major Arcana, as the Sage and the Inspirer. Look at this. Look at what came out. We becoming, and this is literally the Neptune in Aries energy. As I said, we're ruling with our leader. I have talked about this a million times, that we are ruling by the leadership, the creative, gentle leadership, rule with our soul. And this is exactly what's happening here by the end of the week, moving further into Neptune in Aries energy. Now finally, we have the upper row is hope, and the bottom of the deck was helpful person. Okay, hope, 2 plus 9, 27, 2 plus 9 is 9, 2 plus 7 is 9. I tell you, 9, 3 and 9. And then on the bottom of the deck was helpful person. You need to look at like this, okay? This goes up like that. Helpful person, 48, 2 plus 8 is 12, reduces down to 3. I'm telling you, 3 and 9. Look at this. Hope. We have hope. This is what we receive from the heavens. These are my I will receive cards. I will receive from the heavens hope. Because we also are giving, we receive hope. This is hope. We receive from the heavens hope. And then we also get, didn't I say it? I swear to God. Didn't I say this is the helpful person? Didn't I say we get help? There will be women. This is us. This is us, what we're turning into. And this is the women that I said, business women or good with money, what have you. She is coming in. Didn't I say it? It's right here. I cannot make this stuff up. And then when we look deeper into what is this hope about, and then we go this way, okay? What is the hope about? And came into forgiveness. 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. Forgiveness. This combo came out all the time with looking further. What is this forgiveness? That is a chance for new love. This combo came out to me personally over and over and over again. Whenever it came out forgiveness, it was about love. And how is this not matching with the Queen of Cups? The Queen of Cups, this is, didn't I literally said this? Because it was like this, right? This first, then the hand of God, hope, right? Hope. And then it was the Queen of Cups. Didn't I say it? This opens our heart. Didn't I say it? It's right here. That this hope that comes in opens our heart with the Queen of Cups and makes us more into the forgiveness energy with the Queen of Hearts. And that, my friend, will lead to the chance for a new love. Number 10, bold, reduces down to 1. A new love. Unreal. Unreal. Now, helpful person. Let's look this way. What is this helpful person about? And come in as clues in your dreams. 58. 5 plus 3 is 8. Helpful person, and 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 of Pentacles is literally the hardworking, right? And this is about money. The upper one is about our own heart. Upper is about this and our own energy that came the inspiration of everything. But the bottom, I think, is career. This is helpful person. And look at this. This is clues in our dreams. Something will, and this is number 8, like work, 8, okay? Clues in our dreams. 8 house, money, 8 of Pentacles, hard work. Clues in our dreams will come in when this woman comes in as the helpful person. We will see this in our dreams. So watch your dreams, and guess what? This will lead to sudden wealth. 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. As we had 6 of Cups here, something will be, and 6 of Pentacles is also donation. The rich gives to the poor. An equal, balanced give and take. Partnership, and this will literally lead to sudden wealth. I cannot make this stuff up. And then on the bottom was a breakthrough together with love. So this breakthrough and love is breakthrough in your work, career, and money this week. And love is literally this opening our heart that leads to love. I, guys, cannot make this stuff up. Unreal, surreal. So I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a big like, and thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for listening, watching, and commenting. Subscribe if you haven't already. And then, yeah, see? They're all gone. They're all gone. This is crazy. They are all gone. Unreal. These 2 people watching me for 2 hours without giving a like. I don't think this is your week. I really don't think, because you are not matching the energy of my channel. You don't. You actually don't. So it's on you. I give what I want to give. And so this is not the world of the taker, of narcissists who just take. This is the world we're living right now entering into, the world where we give from the heart, give and take. Absolutely not narcissists who just take. And these 2 people who just did that, and I'm a bold person, and I can tell you, the moment I finished it, after 2 hours watching me, they were gone without liking. I said 3 times now as they were watching, give a like, and they haven't. And so that's on them. And this video doesn't apply for people like that. 100%. I know it. I know how the rule of law, I know how the rule of the heavens work. I've done this for decades and my entire life. And so this is what it is, okay? So again, I'm casting these only for me, my subscribers and members, not for everyone. And apparently these people are not belonging to my channel, because my chat is only open for the subscribers, and so they were literally watching and leaving, just taking and going, and I can totally know from which country they are at. I know exactly. So coming back to finally my last chance of getting work one-on-one with me after watching all of this, after seeing all of this. I'm so glad that I can offer this to you. I have a whopping 60% off. This is a last chance. The coupon will expire. This is the final stretch that I made. I changed the date several times now because I couldn't promote it well this week. It was so busy, as I said. This will be the final, and after this, because I will be discontinuing and focusing full-blown on more group together as a membership, as a combined effort, not individual. So I'm not going to do individuals anymore like this in a group setting, and then you have a chance to work one-on-one with me, but as a member then, and as a group, but not as an individual one-on-one. So this will be your last chance to, if you want to get in work one-on-one with me. Again, this is a scientist total transformation protocol. If you have any mental, physical, emotional situation that no one could help you, and I can help you to reduce your symptoms without medication, personalized for you. This is not a 90-day, not a 6 months, not a year. It is for 4 weeks, and we get even like in the first few days the necessary results. And then in Fearless Achiever 2.0, if you follow me for some time, I'm talking about this a lot. This is your next chapter. We can achieve your next chapter literally not 90 days, not 6 months, not a year, literally in 4 weeks program. But you will see in our first day, you will see the difference, because we are matching everything based on you, based on your busy schedule. We are all busy, but this is working. And you can see all the testimonials on my website. Is draigenshaheen.com/total-health-protocol, or draigenshaheen.com Fearless Achiever, and get the coupon codes once you check out. This is one time only. Offer expires tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. With that being said, thank you so much, guys, for being here. I appreciate you. Be always on the right side of the road. Follow the law of the land. Follow the law of the heavens. Don't be this two people here, that the narcissists that came here suck up the entire knowledge without giving appreciation of likes and whatever. So absolute ridiculous. These are definitely not casted for the people that are not on this level, because my channel is only for me, my subscribers and members, and everything that I talk about at the end, last piece of my videos for the weekly updates. But everything else is the humanity as a whole. And if we are not together as a whole, if you are individual thinker like this narcissists that I talked about, this channel is not for you. So I hope to reach people like us even further. If you want to make change, if you want to see the world changing, if you want to see the change, be the change, and we can only do this together. So thank you for being here. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.